The concept of Jesus wanting us to be wealthy is often a topic of debate among Christians. While some believe that wealth is not a priority in the eyes of God, others argue that Jesus' teachings actually promote prosperity and financial abundance. As we delve into the scriptures, it becomes clear that Jesus does indeed want us to be wealthy, but not in the way that the world defines wealth. In the book of Matthew, Jesus says, "Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moths and vermin destroy, and where thieves break in and steal, but store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where moths and vermin do not destroy, and where thieves do not break in and steal." Matthew 6:19-20. At first glance, this verse may seem to contradict the idea that Jesus wants us to be wealthy. However, upon closer examination, we see that Jesus is not condemning wealth itself, but rather the way that we perceive and prioritize it. Jesus is teaching us that true wealth is not measured by the amount of money in our bank accounts or the possessions we earn. Rather, true wealth is measured by the richness of our relationships, the depth of our faith, and the positive impact that we have on the world around us. When we focus on accumulating wealth in heaven, we begin to see that true prosperity is not just about financial gain, but about living a life that is rich in purpose, joy, and fulfillment. In the book of Deuteronomy, we read, "The Lord will grant you prosperity in all the work you do, so that you will lend to many nations, but you will not have to borrow from any." Deuteronomy 28. All this verse suggests that God wants us to be in that position of financial abundance, not just so that we can enjoy the benefits for ourselves, but so that we can bless others and make a positive impact on the world. When we are financially prosperous, we are able to be more generous, to support worthwhile causes, and to help those in need. Furthermore, Jesus teaches us that we have the power to create wealth and prosperity in our lives through our thoughts, words, and actions. In the book of Proverbs, we read, "As a man thinks in his heart, so is he." Proverbs 23:7. This verse suggests that our thoughts have the power to shape our reality and to bring about the things that we desire. When we think positively, when we speak words of faith and encouragement, and when we take action towards our goals, we open ourselves up to receive the blessings of God. Additionally, Jesus teaches us that we must be good stewards of the resources that God has given us. In the parable of the talents, Jesus says, "Well done, good and faithful servant, you have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things." Matthew 25:21. This verse suggests that God wants us to be responsible and wise with the resources that we have, and to use them to produce even more. When we are faithful with what we have, God is able to trust us with more, and we are able to experience even greater levels of prosperity and abundance. In conclusion, Jesus wants us to be wealthy, but not in the way that the world defines wealth. True wealth is not just about financial gain, but about living a life that is rich in purpose, joy, and fulfillment. When we focus on accumulating wealth in heaven, when we are financially prosperous, when we think positively and speak words of faith, and when we are good stewards of the resources that God has given us, we open ourselves up to receive the blessings of God and to experience true prosperity and abundance. As we strive to live a life that is pleasing to God, we can trust that He will provide for us and give us the desires of our heart, and that we will be wealthy in every sense of the word.